Hey guys, we got two iPhone boards here. We have a 7 Plus and an iPhone 7. Both of these phones they fell into a lake and were there for multiple hours. Customers brought these phones to us for very important data recovery jobs. We will start with the iPhone 7 Plus, put the iPhone 7 aside, switch to the overhead camera view. So we can see obvious signs of corrosion on the board here. We're going to start by just giving it a quick clean and taking note of the areas where corrosion is significant. Now we'll switch to the microscope view and have a closer look at the board before we proceed with testing it on DC power. Alright, switch to the microscope view here. So definitely a data recovery only job. This is not the type of phone we would repair. It's got too many signs of liquid damage and it was literally underwater for multiple hours. So we're going to start by just removing the stickers. Right. Whoa. Not looking too good there. Let's check under the top sticker here where we have the PMU. Oh yikes. Still has liquid inside of it. Okay. Last thing we're going to do before we clean it up and test on DC power is put the board into a holder here. And we're going to remove the CPU shield as well. See if there's any liquid damage around the CPU. Alright, so it did get to the CPU area. So some of these coils look very unhealthy. Got some caps that are not looking good. Alright, now we can do a more thorough cleaning now that we have more of the board exposed. I'm going to use 99% isopropyl alcohol. Let's dry it off. Okay, now that we have the board all cleaned up, we're going to switch to the overhead camera view. And we're going to hook this phone up to DC power. So we're drawing 700 milliamps right away. So we likely have a short on a main power rail. We're going to grab our thermal camera. And we are outputting voltage now. See, something's lighting up. So this is the VDD boost IC. I suspect we have our short. Right here we can test for a short on VDD boost. Right, so we do have a full short on VDD boost. So in this case, because of how it looks, I'm actually going to remove that IC and then go from there. So let's grab our hot air station. You can see how corroded it is beneath the chip. But now that the chip is removed, let's see if our short still exists. Definitely does, as expected. But now we might be able to easier identify where it is since we won't have this chip getting hot. Yeah, watch right here when we output voltage. It's very subtle. Yeah, right here. I don't believe that's a VDD boost cap. Let's check in ZXW. It's a VDD main. Next thing we're going to try here is freeze spray. So looks like we actually have a partial short on this cap here on VDD boost, or sorry, VDD main. So it is a partial short. It's 0.076 volts in diode mode. Let's remove that cap. So we have that cap removed. Now we'll test on VDD main again here. And we're getting normal diode mode readings, 0.3 volt, which is good. Alright, so now when we output voltage, we don't have any current leakage. So we're actually ready to grab a test screen and see if we get a boot sequence from this phone. Alright, hooking up a test screen to this iPhone 7 Plus. And outputting voltage. Alright, so we're drawing 500 milliamps. Now immediately on prompt to boot. So that means we have another short somewhere on the board. Let's switch back over to our thermal camera and see what's going on. Alright. So it looks like audio IC is getting hot. Before I remove the chip, I'm going to pull this shield here. Just look beneath it because we got some components above audio IC. Keep in mind we're working slightly differently as this is strictly data recovery. We're not concerned about the cosmetic condition of the device as we would be if it was a repair. Alright. So we can see above audio IC, if we look at the board view, right here, we have some caps. So C3205, so we don't need these caps for data recovery. We can remove these as we please. So if we go back to the microscope view, we can see how this one looks. We're just going to remove that. And this one. I'm also going to quickly just clean with alcohol this area. I'm just going to do a quick test of DC power. Output voltage, prompt to boot. Alright, so in that case, it's worth a try. It was not a solution. It's audio IC still getting hot. So we're going to remove audio IC from the board. paste. Turn on our fume extractor. Just clean these bonding pads up. All right. So we still have a short on VDD boost. Let's clean these pads here. Alright, so one of the corroded pads on VDD boost fell off. So we'll have to run a jumper there. Alright, we're just gonna go ahead and inject voltage into the VDD boost line. And outputting voltage. So hiding way at the top section of the board. Alright, and ZXW. So it's probably gonna be this guy, C2527. Let's see. Oh yeah, okay. Get out of here. See ya. Testing on VDD boost. So let's get a new IC and install it onto the VDD boost there. Alright, let's do a quick reball of this chip. Alright, we have our IC reballed and ready to go. We're just going to run that quick jumper here. I'll just make sure that we orientate our chip correctly when we go to install. So A1 is going to be the bottom right pad, which just so happens to be where we ran our jumper. So we'll make sure that the indicator on the IC lines up. So chip goes like this. Perfect. So we have our boost IC installed. Let's do a quick clean. So as we went to prompt to boot, we have another short. This time it's on VCC main again. So let's bring back out our handy dandy thermal cam. Let's check on this side. Whoa. I'm gonna run some freeze spray to see exactly where that was. Okay. So hopefully last time we're back to the overhead view. I'm putting voltage. Okay, seems normal. Grab our test screen. Alright, let's prompt to boot. Okay, so we have an Apple logo. Let's see if we can get to the passcode screen. Awesome. Alright, so this one's all done. Get to pass this off to our front-end technicians to do a full data recovery. Alright. So we got the 7 Plus out of the way. Now let's grab the iPhone 7. So this iPhone 7, like this 7 Plus, was in the lake for many hours and has come in for data recovery. So we'll switch to the overhead view. Alright, this one looks like it's in rough shape. Let's switch to the microscope view, show it to you. Alright, so the sticker's already removed. I'm not sure if that was, it's probably our front end technicians. Okay. So let's start by removing the sticker at the bottom. Ow. Lots of corrosion in there. Fair amount up here. Now I'm going to put the board in our holder. I'm going to remove the CPU shield. How are we looking? Not bad. Got some definite corrosion in here. But overall, not too bad. So, let's take the board out of the holder and start cleaning it off. Let's grab 99% isopropyl alcohol and drown it. Okay. Let's dry it off. Switch to the overhead view. And let's see what we get on DC power. So, iPhone 7G. Connecting. outputting voltage. What do we get? And a full short. So 5 full amps. So likely VCC main short. Let's see. Where can we test for VCC main? Right here, next to baseband CPU. Alright, so full short on VCC main. Bring out the thermal. And switch to thermal view. Okay, and output voltage. And 3, 2, 1. Ooh. And outputting, yeah, it is coming from that side. Good. Use freeze spray. And light it up. Right there. So if we check our board view, iPhone 7. So that is in fact a VDD main cap. Let's pop it off. Bye. Now when we output voltage, we're still getting a full short. And go. So one below it. Alright, that has relieved the short. Back to the overhead view. We still have a short. Did not a second ago. So it looks like at the very bottom section of the board, something is short. Taking a look under the microscope, what do we see? Cap looks horrible. It's probably that one. I don't have to use freeze spray, but I like using it as a visual indicator. And it's also entertaining to watch on the videos. Alright. Yeah. So that cap is what exactly? Looks like a backlight capacitor. It's on PP, LCM, backlight anode. So I wonder if we're not going to have backlight once we get this phone to boot up. Okay, let's try this again. Plugging in a test screen. Alright, prompting to boot. Okay, cool, so we do have backlight. Alright, let's see if we can get to the passcode screen. Alright, made it to the passcode screen. So this is also a successful data recovery job. We'll pass this off to our front-end technicians and they'll transfer all the data. Alright. So as a recap, we had customer drop both his phones in the lake, where they remained for multiple hours. A 7 and a 7 Plus both came in with severe water damage. We did the visual inspection. So with the 7 Plus, we did the visual inspection, cleaned it off, identified a full short on VDD boost and a partial short on VDD main, relieved both of them. We also had a short beneath audio IC, which was relieved. And then finally we were able to get the phone to boot. And then on the 7, we had looked like 2 shorted caps on VDD main, and then after prompt to boot, a full short on PP LCM backlight anode C3725, a capacitor on the backlight line, which we relieved, and caused the phone to boot up. So we got 2 successful jobs here. We'll get them to our front-end technicians where they will recover the data. We'll contact the customer and let him know that his data was saved. Thanks for watching.